Hello and welcome back, Magic Eyes. We're back in crypto video. Hope you guys are well, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another banger video where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest of news in the crypto world, and of course the latest news about Pulsechain and why it is always my best bet this upcoming alt season. So without further ado, hope you guys are doing well. Thank you very much to my DeFi Insiders and the YouTube members who are choosing to support my small channel, and of course the highlights comment. Great video. I'm glad I found your channel. So jumping straight into the crypto market today, it is looking very green. This might come as a surprise to a few of us because, of course, the past event that happened in the past couple of days could be seen as an extremely negative event. If you guys didn't know, Donald Trump had thankfully, a failed assassination attempt. Which, you know, is actually crazy. I've seen some articles where they didn't even want to use the word assassination attempt. They used as, oh, Donald Trump has fallen after popping sounds. Right wing, you know, left outraged after Donald Trump leaves the stage. Some weird articles. This is why, honestly, I just want to say I love the independent media. This is why Twitter is my main social media after YouTube, in my opinion. So, yeah. But going back to it, Pulsechain is looking absolutely green today, guys. The richer hardcore tokens, very green. And I've been eyeing on PHEX and EHEX, by the way. I've been DCing it slowly, and I've been very happy because it seems like we might have made a small bounce. Again, I'm not going to call it the bottom because I do realize the more you call it a bottom, the more it is not, and it will carry on creating new bottoms. So keep that in mind. It's kind of the same concept with when people say the bull run really starts when the last bear is killed. Okay, so if we can say, oh, the bull run is going to happen, no, not yet. This is why I tell people, you know, relax. You don't need to make any decisions yet in terms of what are the cheap tokens that you should be buying in terms of altcoins, right? We all know Bitcoin is going to do well. We all know Ethereum is going to do well. It already been doing well, right? Because look at Bitcoin. It was like at 19,000 and then it came back all the way to 50. It touched new all-time high. And then hopefully now we might break that six-figure, etc., etc. But it's all about, okay, let's leverage on that, which is, of course, the answer is Ethereum. Let's leverage on Ethereum, which mainly are things like, the Ethereum forks, the EVM compatible, chains. Solana had kind of its run, and the top signal of Solana was basically Lil Uzi, I think that's his name, Lil Uzi having Solana tattooed on his forehead. That was quite funny, actually. But now that place is a rug fest. So many tokens are being launched every single day. I think probably over 50,000 a week. Yes, 50,000 a week, where it's impossible to catch that lottery ticket. You might as well actually just go to buying a lottery ticket. But do you know what is my lottery ticket? HEX and EHEX and the rest of the richer hardcore tokens. But my main leverage, all I'm trying to say, my main leverage this upcoming alt season is in Pulsechain. Okay, for a lot of reasons, which we're going to delve into today. I'm going to be showing you guys kind of my main summary of my main projects, my main portfolio holding in Pulsechain, and how are they, what are my mid-term, short-term price action on them. So you want to watch the whole video through. Going back to it, this is the this is the Ethereum BTC ratio, you know, still at that 0.05. That's fine with me. This is kind of this is around the time where the attempt assassination happened. You can see that the market reacted very negatively. I mean, you know, obviously, right, this is negative news. You can see the huge sell volume, but then after that, after people realize, oh, hold on, our king is okay, yeah, everyone is actually super happy. Donald Trump went to play golf literally less than 24 hours after that event. I believe he also might have went to kind of a boxing event. I'm not sure if it was UFC. I don't know. If you did know, leave the comments in the leave the answer in the comments. But yeah, absolute legend of a man. Thank God he's fine. I actually posted this on my Telegram, which you guys should join, link in description, where the head tilt, the final second head tilt that he did, made it to be non-lethal. So yeah, absolutely crazy. And then yeah, we're going to show you a few tweets. This is what Elon Musk, absolute W, says. This is why, by the way, I love Twitter. The legacy media is pure propaganda machine. X is the voice of the people, and you can see a lot of those articles, guys. Look at this. None of them wanted to use the word assassination, which is absolutely crazy. Trump escorted away after loud noises at rally. Donald Trump escorted off stage by Secret Service during rally after loud noises. Look at this. Trump removed from stage by Secret Service after loud noises. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after he falls at rally. Are you guys okay? MAGA responds with outrage after Donald Trump injured at Pennsylvania rally. Secret Service rushes Trump off stage after popping noises. What is this? BB gun? At his Pennsylvania rally. Absolutely crazy, honestly. And then there's another tweet here where Elon, honestly, surprising to me as well. I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Absolute W. He literally went on to play golf, and he's pretty good at golf as well. Less than 24 hours after this, my man right there, he literally just said, hold on, let me get my shoes and let me throw that fist pump in the air. And W, guys, ain't gonna lie, W. Crypto needs him. Thankfully we have people like Elon Musk, and then we have a reaction here from Richard Hart, who said, my mouth is actually hanging open. CNN homepage calls the assassination attempt on Donald Trump as an incident. Absolutely disgusting. Yeah, absolutely crazy stuff happening. But moving on to that, how have been the crypto market in the Pulsechain world been doing? We can actually check that out looking at the main one, right? As Somi likes to call it, the main spear of Pulsechain, the native token Pulse. Yeah, it actually seems quite promising, ladies and gentlemen. It seems like, we're breaking away from the, if you guys cannot see, I'm going to quickly do that. It seems like we might be having a breakout, hopefully. Okay, I don't want to make too many promises, because at the end of the day, guys, listen, short term, I'm not short term price oriented. You guys already know. Don't expect too much. Might be some sideways action up until around the September time, in my opinion. Okay, but you never know. Things can actually start rallying up sooner or later. You know what I mean? So yeah, this is why I've been telling people the past months, almost the past year, telling them that these front row seats are available, but they're slowly going away. Okay, you can see we have brand new floors with the teddy bear, with the Tropa, with the PWBTC, with a lot of those tokens, with PDAI, of course, brand new price floors. But of course, we do have those corrections, which are healthy. Okay, we want to redistribute the tokens from the weak-handed people who are better off to leave now than if they had a higher selling power when the price goes even up. Okay, and that's going to obviously not going to be good for like liquidity, etc., etc. And of course, they're going to have a price impact, which is not looking good. You know what I mean? So this is why, in my opinion, it's good. And do remember, by the way, with my videos, the main purpose of them is to basically give you guys about the intel about why Pulsechain is bullish. Okay, which is what the information asymmetry that we have, the market competitive edge that we have over the retailers that are not here yet, is that we know Richard Hart is, first of all, very transparent. Richard Hart never paid a shell for Pulsechain, unlike Solana, unlike Polkadot, unlike XRP that sells on people's heads as it inflates, unlike Ethereum that has sold in the all-time high. Right? We know that Richard Hart has 172,000 Ethereum in the bag, longing Ethereum. Right? The true this is another, it takes it to another layer of a leverage of Ethereum. Literally a leverage of Ethereum. What is he going to do? He's going to buy back the Richard Hart core tokens. Now, I did make a tweet about this, and I want to hear you guys' thoughts on it. Okay? My tweet was here. What if Richard Hart bought back Hex from Ethereum too? It will catch a lot of people off guard, plus the fact that it's already super thin liquidity, and I made a video on this. You guys should probably go check it out, where it basically is around 1 million liquidity for Hex from Ethereum. I believe in both PHEX and EHEX, and that is the truth. I'm holding both. Keep in mind the ratio is between 1:3 to 1:4, which is the most transparent and based crypto fund. That is very true. Imagine a podcast with Donald Trump, Elon Musk, Richard Hart, you know what I mean? Throw in Andrew Tate, throw in what's his name, the Patrick Bet-David, I believe that's his name. Yeah, the guy who says valuetainment. Imagine those people in a podcast, guys. Whew, that's deadly. That would be deadly, actually. Yeah. And then I said, remember that we have the information asymmetry. We know about 170,000 ETH. So go follow me on my Twitter as well, ladies and gentlemen. And just a quick reminder, okay, why it's good to be in Pulsechain. Yet another reason is, of course, we're not a rug fest. It's the most trustable chain in my opinion, and of course the most decentralized chain. And then again, on another topic, on another feature, the extremely low gas fees, 17% quicker than Ethereum. There's a lot of reasons, guys. There's a lot of reasons. People are probably now looking at using IPFSs because a lot of exchanges in the past few weeks have actually been getting hacked very bad. But the fact now with PulseX, and this has been done ages ago, that Richard Hart changed it, where now you can actually download the code, like PulseX or Pulse Scanner, download the code and run it locally, hosted locally on your machine, where you're interacting with code straight to the blockchain. No middleman. We don't have to rely on who owns my website on the .com domain. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the true meaning. Pulsechain is actually true decentralization, is true DeFi. But yet another reason is the fact that we don't have none of those VC type of, scum type of tokens, right? You can see some of them here listed. I got this from Sami, shout out to him. A few of those you can see, Ripple, Arbitrum, etc., etc. And then obviously what we have is absolutely community made. This is the, this is our way of saying, let's make our own meme coins that people love. You know what I mean? Like, it's a, honestly guys, Pulsechain's greatest asset is the community. Yeah, believe it or not, it is, to be honest with you. Yes, we have great technology, we have the smart people, we have the talent, of which we'll be getting into a second. I want to show a few messages from a very smart individual. We have so many smart people here in Pulsechain. We got ATROPA ecosystem, the ATROPA dev, sorry. We got Sunny. We got tons of people like Aero, for example, with PLUSD, and of course the creative people, the people who actually onboard people. So yeah, shout out to Tangan, shout out to B Roots, that were keeping things alive, and of course Somi, your friend Somi, absolutely valuable person, highest value in YouTube. Hey, I'll agree to that too. Shout out to him. Like, he's very smart. I watch his video almost on a daily while I jog on a treadmill in the gym. Literally, the guy's a super smart guy. But yeah, looking at this is why Pulsechain is much better. We have our community-made meme coins, and even CTOs, community takeovers with Pika, which we're going to be checking out in a second. So you got 9inch, you got PDAI, you got, I believe that's Orange Man Good, Pear, Nana, DWB, Gophers, INC, PWTC, Bromance. You got Teddy Bear right there. That's a Tropa fan club, and fun fact, I made that logo, and I believe this is T with V, 9mm, and you got Freedom of Peach. This is eHex, and you got HOA, Icosa, Pen Pineapple, Apple Pen, and then Landwolf. So yeah, you know what I mean, tons of things. Oh yeah, and this is this is Freedom of Peach. I think they're probably missing a few things, but yeah, going to the graphs now, just to quickly show you guys. This is Hex from Ethereum. Absolute W today, 7%. I've actually been DCAing slowly at this level. I didn't want to lose that again, because actually just keep an eye on how many X's are we, ladies and gentlemen, away from just all-time high. Okay, which is not that impossible, especially with this extremely low liquidity. Look at this, but usually in other pools, when you total it up, it's around a million liquidity so far, and I've calculated it would take around 100 million in buy volume to take us back to all-time high. Now imagine if Richard Hart just decided wanted to just buy a small bag of it just to grab people's attention. A lot of people would want to FOMO in. Let me tell you this, okay? Because Hex, guys, what can I say? P-Hex and E-Hex, the community's behind us. Yes, we're cycle, we're not cycle 1, right? But the communities behind us are the strongest community. You could call them a cult at this point. And that's actually a good thing. You want this. It's a community that survived a minus 99% drop, ladies and gentlemen. And they still believe. Average staking period is like 7 years. Guys, we got people like Hexologist. Streams almost, I'm going to assume he streams very frequently. I think I've tuned into one of his videos. Super smart guy. Do you know what I mean? And I watch this, I'm like, yeah, this makes sense. I look at smart people, and you see, what are they repping? They're repping Hex, they're repping, people like Crypto Coffee, a lot of those, kind of KOLs, key opinion leaders, and you're like, okay, yeah, it makes sense to be in Pulsechain. It really does make sense. We've got these smart people around us. We have to think that way, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? Don't be like look at, think about it in a way where like, okay, what would the Mick Curver think? You know what they think, because it's super easy actually. It's very average kind of thinking process. And then to be like, okay, what should I not do is that. Literally, okay, I shouldn't go to Solana. Let's look elsewhere. Pulsechain, where nobody's thinking about Pulsechain yet. Of course, because of, everything right now in the alt season. Don't expect too much. Solana, Solana, you can make money there, but it's getting worse and worse, guys. Okay, I just gotta be honest with you. It is getting worse and worse. I'm mainly holding bags from things that I think are gonna do well, like things like Costco from Solana. Slurf is also not a bad one, and that's mainly it, guys. That is mainly it. A lot of things right now, they come and go. Okay, you'd have to be like day trading with that, and you guys already know with me, time is so valuable. I don't want to be day trading to make like minimum gains. Really, the best way to win in the crypto market, guys, is to just buy and hold through the ups and lows, through the fear, through the uncertainty, through the doubt, through the low volume days, and keep DCAing. Oh, today is plus 5%, I'm still DCAing. Today is minus 10%, I'm still DCAing until I retire. Okay, and we should all already know by now. Okay, just looking at other people's talking about and stuff like that, and obviously I'm backing it up, and it makes sense to me. You guys can check this as well. Usually during Bitcoin halving years, that's not the year where the real money is made. Okay, where the people get, people make enough money to retire. The generational wealth that people talk about, financial freedom. Okay, so keep that in mind. So do try to stay patient till 2025. Okay, but I'm not saying that things are not going to rally up. Of course, no, it will probably will. I'm telling you, around September. Keep in mind, like for example, when we look at the Altseason index, we're still on Bitcoin side, guys. Okay, so the rate of growth of Bitcoin is mainly now Bitcoin's taking the lead. When it's Altseason, it's basically when things like in the top 50 altcoins, non-Bitcoin, the rate of growth is outpacing Bitcoin. Okay, and then you have other things to look at, like the others BTC, where it's other BTC, I believe it's what was it? Is it everything outside the top 10 altcoins? I believe something like that. But yeah, you guys can definitely check that out. But moving on, PHEX looking absolutely beautiful. Look at that chart, nice little bounce. Does seem like a kind of an sorry, what was it called? Breakout, possibly. In the past few days, 21%. Hold on, I actually didn't know that. Yeah, pretty decent. How many X's away? 114X away to 50 cents, compared to EHEX, ladies and gentlemen, 300 X's away to 50 cents. So absolutely crazy. I want to be in both. I am in both. And then when you compare it now to, this is one of my favorite ultra hardcore tokens, guys, INC. A very healthy looking chart. We bottomed out around that 40 cents, and then we made a nice, very strong, if I remember, 20x plus, right? And then we're now having that correction, which obviously is very it's very healthy. Expected. Crypto moves in waves up and down. It's not just straight lines. Look at the L8 wave theory. This is expected. It's a chance for people to hop on who missed out. Okay, but looking at this healthy correction, perfect. Next leg up is what, in my opinion, we're looking at, we're looking at 14, we're looking at $24. I'd say anywhere between at 30. Yeah, I think I've seen some people say 30 something dollars. You never know, because actually, of course, when you look at for example, here it went up by 20x. Okay, for example, from here, let's see what is a 20x. Do you know what I mean? And then you can see, okay, yeah, a 20x from here again would be 38, and then you'd expect another correction of 75%, right? And then another leg up, 20x, another minus 75, and then we're gonna keep going and doing that endlessly, guys. endlessly until we reach hundreds of dollars in Ethereum. Not financial advice. Do understand this? Again, nothing is guaranteed, but I'm just saying that INC has been priming up the past few days. Okay, just been priming up. In terms of the memes, I don't want to again make this video too long, but these are the memes that I'm kind of eyeing out. Pika, the CTO, community takeover, doing really well, 2.6 million. Milk, this one is kind of one of the very, very risky ones due to the fact that the main liquidity is on the V3 side, and when you scroll down, yes, you might think this is 91,000 liquidity, but no, keep that in mind because of V3 and how it works. You have to scroll down and then find out more info. The real liquidity is actually 2.7 because this is on the bid side, the buy side. Okay, but this, look at that, 89,000 worth of milk, okay, is on the sell side. That's a sell wall, guys. Okay, those are people who want to exit. This is not real liquidity. Don't be looking at this as real liquidity. Okay, so yeah, maybe a smart play in this is to just provide liquidity. Honestly, you don't need to hold liquid milk. You know, that sounded weird, by the way. Pause. You don't need to hold milk. You can also provide liquidity. Anyways, moving on. And then you got freedom of speech. This one is a really good one. Again, in that nice sweet buy zone, minus 74%. Beautiful. Good amount of liquidity as well. Go check it out. You can see the different pairs of liquidity. So let's see, for example, here. V3. You got 102. Obviously, you have to double check. I do like sometimes to double check what are the V2 ones. You know what? It seems like there's V1 one. Okay, it's not bad. So again, this is a not bad idea to provide liquidity in V2. Like you'd be grabbing attention from the arbitrage bots. You'd be making the fees from that. Beautiful, right? And then you got GameStop. Okay, this is a huge one of my favorites, actually. Super low key right now. I understand Roaring Kitty has gone, you know, under the radar, but you just never know. You've seen the GME on Solana, how it's done. It went in the tens of millions. This one is 56k market cap, and it's in a huge cheap correction buy zone. We're looking at minus 86%. So yeah, this is why I have DC8. Now I'm holding it long term. I don't need to worry about it. I'm not expecting it to do anything in the short term. So I just want to let you guys know about that. Okay, super nice and bullish. Again, super low liquidity that you can provide, and you can probably make a good amount of ROI from this because it's super thin liquidity. And you got ATROPA ecosystem, ladies and gentlemen. You know, teddy bear, come on. This is it's the number one undisputed, undeniable meme in Pulsechain, guys. Okay, if we don't agree on that point, I don't think this channel is for you. Okay, I'm joking. Obviously, I want to hear your thoughts. If your thoughts are different, I do want to hear your thoughts. And then obviously a Tropa ecosystem. Okay, beautiful, healthy correction. Look at that, kind of from all-time high to back where we are, minus 6%, but to all the way down, minus 72. So yeah, whoever scooped it down there, well done. That's the best next opportunity to buy up a Tropa from all the way back to early 2024, right? Early of this year, or from basically December, when I've been making so many videos on a daily, guys. Like we're talking like 3 weeks in a row where I would upload daily, non-stop, talking about ATROPA ecosystem, PDAI, the PRC20s. Yeah, you know what I mean? Here we are, guys. Here we are. And then PRC20s, you got PDAI. Yeah, right. The P stable is going to go to $1. I've seen people doubt it. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? Pulsechain is one of the main, PDAI is one of the main narratives, one of the main motivations that Richard Hart wanted to make Pulsechain, so he can make his own, you know, favorite designed stablecoin. He loves DAI, and he wants to take it a step further, where he clones it in his own decentralized network that he found, right? And then it doesn't have admin keys, right? Because there's a lot of people don't know about actually stablecoins that you're using on Ethereum. Yeah, they have freeze, they have blacklist functions. Keep in mind. Okay, so yeah, keep in mind. Moving on, LUSD. This is actually quite. I made a video on this, a solo video. Not bad. Again, testing the support layer. Seems like, you know, they've tested it many times. We're creating a nice little floor here. That's really good. You know, that's step one, basically, to establish a floor. And then obviously next leg up, I'm keeping an eye on that super trend to see if it flicks green. immediately I want to DCA in again slowly. Again, do remember it is still high risk, don't get me wrong, way high risk than PDAI, but I do like the advances that's been happening, especially with Aero, especially with surfacing the AMM bot. Those are very smart individuals, very smart individuals. And then you got WBTC, guys. Not a lot of people have been talking about this, and people will get caught off guard. Let me just tell you this, they will. Okay, so $135, kind of back from almost all-time high. That's a 60% correction. Normal, absolutely normal movement. Look at that. You know what I mean? Look at that. We used to be around $50 side, guys. Okay, and then obviously the back here, I wasn't in PWC at these prices, unfortunately. But yeah, I got in the next best price. So you know what I mean? Like, it really is higher highs, guys. Look at this. Low, higher low, higher low. Simple. Okay, simple as that. And then a few mentions that I just wanted to make. I talked about 4WMM. I really like this one. My favorite reflection tokens, by the way. Perfectly, I made this box actually like last week when I mentioned this, and then it perfectly bounced in that cheap zone that I made. So this is like the cheap buy zone of it, and right now it's at $300, kind of a beautiful 2.5x from all-time high, which was $1,000 for WMM. They're gonna make a 7WMM. Hopefully I'll keep you guys posted on that. The crossover here in the MACD, it's looking beautiful, and look at that, a nice spike of volume there. Beautiful stuff, guys. So yeah, 4WMM is one of my favorite as well, definitely in terms of reflection, and really looking forward for that 7WMM. I'm looking forward to the growth DeFi ecosystem in general and their leveraging platform. We'll see how it is. I'm super excited. The final mention that I'm probably going to make a whole video on this, I want to hear you guys' thoughts. It's Solid X. It seems like it's a good time to DCA. Again, I haven't made any position. This is not financial advice. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm not saying Solid X is bullish. I really want to actually hear your thoughts. If you do have thoughts about Solid X, please join my Telegram, link in the description, and let me know your thoughts about it. Okay, one of the final things I actually wanted to say, give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. This is the final thing that I just kind of wanted to say, which was from Aero. He made this message, and I just wanted to read it from the group chat. I got the message from the group chat, and he said, I was speaking in the voice chat yesterday evening. C5, Centralized Finance, is now one of the biggest scams ever. And anybody that pushed them in the last bull cycle should be utterly ashamed, unless obviously they had nefarious intentions. DeFi is the future, and people don't like decentralization. They want an extreme state centralized system where you have to report everything you do, and these people can freeze and sanction you under harsh demeanors. And this is basically what I talked about with the stablecoins that you think are safe just because they're in crypto world. Think twice. This is why Pulsechain has a lot of answers, guys. Pulsechain has been made to solve an issue that is an existing problem. Guys, we're not here as a gimmick. We're not here, just as another fork. No. We're a full system state copy of Ethereum with some tweaked variables that makes it very quicker, and makes it extremely cheap. We're talking almost 1,000 times cheaper than Ethereum. And as well, we inherited the best things about Ethereum, and we evolved with the worst thing about Ethereum. We're the newer Ethereum, ready for scalability, done in a decentralized way with the IPFS. We have Richard Hart, the most transparent crypto founder. A self-made billionaire doesn't need to make even more money. So what is he doing this for? Legacy. You know what I mean? He made millionaires with Hex. Hex did like a 10,000x. He wants to do that again. He's not paying anyone to shill for Pulsechain. That might be one of the reasons why people are not one of the, your biggest favorites crypto YouTubers are not talking about Pulsechain, because they're saying, I'm not getting paid to do this. I usually get paid to talk about things, have ulterior motives when they make videos, right? But not with Pulsechain. You know what I mean? My founder doesn't do that. My founder isn't a scammer. Okay? Unlike a lot of people have been saying. Look at what happened with XRP and the SEC. That was a partial victory, okay, at the end of the day, because these are issues with the ICOs and things like that. Hopefully, with the SEC, I'm super confident, especially after the Ethereum ETF approval. it gives even a better position for Richard Heart's defense, because Pulsechain is exactly a fork of Ethereum. So it should inherit all its attributes, which includes being a non-security, a commodity, an ETF approved. So yeah, anyways, going back to it, sorry. Where you have to report everything you do, and these people can freeze and sanction you under harsh demeanors. Dysnomia is a layer 1 chain that is being built to work around privacy, and it will directly target the 3 or 4 possible P stables on Pulsechain going forward. I believe this is Dysnomia to do with the ATROPA system. I might do a separate video on this. Layer 2s are centralized finance, and you should hopefully all know by now, not your keys, not your coins is the reality. Frictionless non-custodial banking is the future, a chain and or bridge that takes gas fees out of the equation. Whoa, that's kind of sick. Arbitrage and arbitrageurs that the automated market makers communicate will eventually evolve in a way where they don't just evaluate one chain for arbitrage opportunities, they will function under a multi-chain fashion. Surfacing software is already so revolutionary, and it's going to get a whole lot better as time goes on. I was already denied by the liquidity CEO on Discord, banned me from the server, so we hope Maria, the 414 dev, does at some point work with Surfacing's technology, because boy, that bot is going to give LUSD a serious edge. Nothing else on Pulsechain will have it, which makes our community unique, and that's my point. Aero and Surfacing, super smart people. PLUSD needs them, and even Danny, the guy who's kind of the front-facing guy of LUSD. These are people that are meant to run LUSD. Shout out to them, by the way. Shout out to them. Very smart people. Like Gifford Ware said on stream yesterday, is shaking the Jeets out and putting code on their heads to make sure they can't get back in. This technology is a bit like up and UpX, but way better. This technology is built to make the price go up and only up. Also, obviously, to hyperinflate its native supply. So anyways, guys, listen, that's been the latest update. It is basically midnight. I'm going to catch you guys in another video. And yeah, have a good day. Bye-bye.